Welcome to the DJ Storybook interview series. I'm Brian Murphy, your host. Before I introduce this next guest, dancers work very hard to become a professional dancer. We work many years. We do the sweat and tears, and then by the time you're 18, 19 years old, you audition, it's just not working out. We start to ask questions. What am I going to do with my life? I'm not going to go to college. What do I do in college? Because I've been focusing on dance all these years. It's important that we have some guidance in this moment. And it's also important to go to people that know how to guide us to our path in life. This next guest is that person. She's got the expertise. She's been a professional dancer. She was an instructor at the University of Akron for over 20 years. Without further ado, our next guest is Cyndney Spohn. Hello, Cyndney.
Hi there. Thanks for having me, Brian.
So I wanted your event that's coming up. First of all, you own Solutions in Motion, correct? And
Correct, yeah.
I want to make sure that we get the details of your event that's coming up in August. Talk about your event, the details of the time, the date, and what it is.
Okay, yeah. So I'm the founder of Solutions in Motion, college and career consulting for dancers. And before I talk about my event, I just want to mention the reason why I started this business is, as you mentioned, I was a professional dancer. Then I was a professor in higher education for 20 years and recently retired. And then I started this business so that I could help dancers because I have so much knowledge and expertise, whether it's education, performing, what kind of careers dancers have. I mentored and advised, hundreds, if not thousands of students over the last 20 years. And I know what dancers are going through, whether they're, a young dancer aspiring to perform or to become a dance teacher, or even dancers who are at the stage of like figuring out what the next step is, because we know dancers can't perform forever. So, what are the options that dancers have, whether you're a high school student or, at maybe 40 years old and thinking, what kind of skills do I have and how do they transfer? Whether you want to stay in the field or go somewhere else and look for other jobs. So I created this event, an online workshop for Zoom this Saturday, and it's called Career Opportunities in Dance, Plan and Prepare for Lasting Success. And this particular workshop is for high school students because, colleges do a pretty good job of helping dancers explore career opportunities, but that it doesn't happen until they get into college, if they even go to college for dance. And I feel we need to actually work with high school dancers at a younger age to expose them to the vast array of opportunities for them. And there's so many dancers who love to dance, high school students, they love to dance, and maybe they think, I'm going to perform, that's what I want to do. And there's a lot of dancers that will go on and do that, but there's also dancers who love dance, but they know that performing isn't in their future. Maybe they don't feel like they're good enough to be a professional artist, or maybe they think, that's just not right for me. So they need to be exposed to other alternatives, because there's so many opportunities in dance, and to be able to make an impact in society, to build community, and different sectors of business even. So this workshop is going to help dancers, high school students, explore options for them. I provide lots of examples of dance entrepreneurship and savvy dancers who have gone on to create businesses that intersect with other sectors of society and the economy. So it's exciting. And the biggest point of this workshop is to help dancers create an action plan. So it's a long workshop. It's 4 hours on Saturday from 11:30 to 3:30. Ideally, we don't want to be spending all our days on Zoom, especially those of us, high school students that are going to be going to school remotely. I know it's hard, but it'll be 4 hours well spent. and you'll have an action plan, actionable things you're going to be able to do to set yourself on a pathway, whether it's performing, or you want to be an educator, or you want to explore how dance and technology work together, or dance and medicine, or dance and science. So there's a lot of dancers who have such broad interests, and dancers have so many skill sets and wear so many different hats. I know that I've done it myself, and I'm continue to do that. And you, Brian, same with you. You have so many skills, and you're developing and exploring different options and opportunities, and developing skills along the way, even with your DJ storybook. So dancers are constantly reinventing themselves, and it's a mindset.
So I mean, you have an action plan, and I don't want to go into too much specific. Maybe can you give us maybe an inkling of what maybe one action plan to kind of say, hey, I mean, that interests me.
Right. So if a dancer has a specific interest that they want to explore, or they're really not even sure, what they want to go into, like one of the action plans, it's really quite easy to do, is to do some research, and find dancers that interest you. And then you want to actually talk to them. Brian, yourself, you would probably love a young dancer to talk to you and say, what was your experience? How did you get to where you are? You'd be more than welcome to share that. Right. So it's so important for dancers to make connections with, artists, savvy business people in the field, and, befriend them and ask them questions and interview them. And maybe, social media is a perfect way to do the research too. Follow what they're doing. They're not just people, these, savvy dancers aren't just posting funny things on Facebook. They're actually like doing work and doing things that matter and make a difference too. So, that's one actionable plan that's quite easy to do.
It's interesting you say that though, and I challenge that a little bit. And this is why you should go to this workshop, because honestly, it's easy, but it's not. I think it takes some gumph, and I think that the guidance is what we need. We need an environment in which we're able to, in that environment, we can contact that person so that you start the ball rolling. So no, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? Because there's the failures that we have experienced as a dancer. We've always failed. We're not always failing. But we're not. Right. You know what I mean? But we're always being challenged. And this is, I believe, another challenge, because you might call somebody, they might not respond back. So actually, I think that this environment you're creating is a good environment to begin the ball rolling.
Yeah, and you make a really good point. So you're right. It's not easy. You can pick up the phone or try to contact people, and you might be rejected. And dancers face so much rejection these days, whether it's at an audition or if you're trying to just network with people. But that's the other thing we talk about is resilience in the workshop. What's going to keep you going? What's your support mechanism? So we talk about that as well. But yeah, even there are people that are willing to talk to dancers, and even if it's just a dance studio owner, young dancers admire their dance teachers. Start there. Start with people you do know, and pick their brain. Have a nice conversation. Something outside of the studio. Get out of the studio. It's not in a teaching environment. Just have a nice conversation. Go get a cup of coffee with your dance teacher or some artist that you liked, that you really like. The cup of coffee might have to be via Zoom these days, or, you have to social distance, but, start with people
That's actually important. I mean, I think we were brought up to, they were the teachers and we were the student. And they're over here and then we were over here. That was the way it is. And this actually environment creates sort of that bridge.
Yes.
There's a bridge that we're creating safely, with trust, and all of those things are vital to growing as a young person, and
yes.
and if you have a trust between both parties, then there's that dialogue that can happen pretty easily, but there's
Mhm.
a fear of doing it. And this is why I think that we need to take this workshop so that you can overcome maybe some of those challenges
And fears.
and fears.
Yes. Yep. Good point.
So,
Yeah. Because that the other reason too that I want to do this is I want to put like-minded dancers together and say, what are your fears? What are your challenges? We're all in the boat together, and you most likely, there's other dancers out there that feel the same way to you. So if you do have a hard time picking up the phone or reaching out, emailing someone, let's talk about it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and let's finish this interview now. Click on the link that's if you watch this interview, click on that link on the Facebook page, more likely there. It's also on the djstorybooks.com. It's going to be on there. And the event will be all there. Now, if they have any questions, can they contact you?
Absolutely. So contact me at solutionsinmotion@mail.com. Right? It's not a Gmail address, it's a mail.com. And I also want to mention the workshop is $39. However, if you're experiencing any kind of hardship, or if you're a Black, Indigenous person of color, I am giving the workshop. I'm waiving the registration fee, but you will have to email me because Eventbrite, where the registration occurs, will ask for money. So you just have to email me, give me your contact information, I'll get you registered. And then the dancer will receive an email confirmation to register for the Zoom portion of, this is the Zoom meeting. So let me know. I really don't want money to be a barrier to this, particularly in this time, with COVID, we're social distancing. This is a time where dancers have the opportunity to do other things than just train. Use this time. I encourage, come take my workshop.
Come take it. Check it out.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there just to see what's going on. But Cyndney, thank you so much for sharing. Really important. And let's sign up, guys. Okay. Thanks, Cyndney.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. And
Thank
have
you.
good luck with it this weekend. Okay. August
Thank you.
29th, Saturday. August. Oh, wait. Did I get the right date?
Saturday, August 29th.
11:30, 3:30 Eastern time.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.